the beat drop waves and the sea. Hey, vibes are free. Emmachev radio, we're here to play. Roots rock reggae every single day. Listen to the sound that takes you away to the land of sun where the palm trees sway. Positive vibes, they bloom like the May.
Go with me down. Go with me down. Welcome ladies and gentlemen, a Mercedes kind of sentiment, luxury and trust in me to honor the free we all should be. It seems my sundial burst into yin and yang, right and left, me and you. A bullet with no driver or a screw. See, I did undo all that I knew, and you know this and you know that. Please consider you are more than what you think you lack. I feel the sorrow and all the pain, trying to create tomorrow, be happy for this day. I'm getting obsessed and feeling a mess. Then I thank God asks, remind me I'm blessed. See, we're all afraid. It is human, forgetting what you're made of, thinking that you're losing. Hit the snoozing, headache from the boozing. Know it's you who's choosing and refusing the responsibility. It's hard to accept, you see, but we are in control. It's your world, you chose your role. It's hard, it takes its toll. Oh, that ego won't let go. Something screaming in your soul, right there in between your pole. It's your game and not your goal. I love your diamond and your coal. We create our own reality. Everything in the world's a reflection of the me. Use your energy for something new and thought. Do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. Down, all the way down to the bottom of your well. Find your crown, your love and your fear and all that is rotten. Down, all the way down to the bottom of your well. Find your crown, your love and your fear and all that is rotten. Judge me all day, you'll notice you don't like something, now focus. You project from you to me, reminding you of what you can or can't be. Everyone in your life that causes pain and strife comes from your perception. Release mental congestion. Breathing, you have been tested. How will you learn this lesson? Science is now your best friend. Your struggle could be rest. I cry for all the hungry. I feel their bellies bloat. Before we can make real change, we must release the hope that something is outside us, that we are not in charge, that others can divide us, that you can't reach the stars. We create our own reality. Everything in the world's a reflection of the me. Use your energy for something new and thought. Do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. Down, all the way down to the bottom of your well. Find your crown, your love and your fear and all that is rotten. Down, all the way down to the bottom of your well. Find your crown, your love and your fear and all that is rotten. A cavern deeply buries me, the blue drowns me out to sea, and back I come a mermaid, transformed. I am thirsty for the love you give and the hate you hold, the way you live and how you unfold. Cause I tangle in you, create and lie. Together we realize what we brought. Forensically determined that my aura needs to work. And you see my energy's uncertain with my esteem. I will be floating into the amethyst I fade. A purple chasm made my way. I am writing a new day and doing everything I say. I will not speak to your smallness, a destruction of the fear in us. I have yet to know what I should call this, a hybrid of experience. We create our own reality. Everything in the world's a reflection of the me. Use your energy for something new and thought. Do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. Down, all the way down to the bottom where you will find your crown, your love and your fear and all that is rotten. Down, all the way down to the bottom where you will find your crown, your love and your fear and all that is rotten. We create our own reality. Everything in the world's a reflection of the me. Use your energy for something new and thought. Do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. Down, all the way down to the bottom where you will find your crown, your love and your fear and all that is rotten. Down, all the way down to the bottom where you will find your crown, your love and your fear and all that is rotten.
latest news and breaking headlines. Live from your local radio station. This is On the Hour News.
Welcome to Emmachev Radio News.
Today's top stories. A new survey reveals most Britons are in the dark about the UK's history with slavery.
Seriously? Most people don't know how many were enslaved, or for how long? It's pretty shocking.
Even worse, many are unaware how long taxpayers were paying to compensate slave owners after abolition.
It's true.
This poll was timed with the UN's International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade.
The Repair Campaign, working with the Caribbean community, hopes to use this information to push for reparatory justice through things like health, education, and infrastructure projects.
A worthy cause for sure.
Switching gears now. South African Ambassador Ibrahim Raziel, declared persona non grata by Washington, received a hero's welcome back home.
Wow, quite the turnaround.
Hundreds of supporters greeted him and his wife at the Cape Town airport.
Singing, cheering, the whole 9 yards.
They even needed a police escort to get through the crowd.
Talk about a contrast in receptions. On to sports.
North Macedonia versus Wales, a World Cup 2026 qualifier, is about to kick off.
Live scoreboard available. Email Scott, sign up for Football Daily. But first, a moment of silence was held for the lives lost in Kukani.
A somber note, indeed.
And now the anthems are done. The teams are out. North Macedonia in black, Wales in red. Here we go. And finally, some tech news.
Tesla's European sales took a major hit, down almost 45%, amidst all the controversy surrounding Elon Musk and his ties to the Trump administration.
Ouch.
That's a big drop.
And to add insult to injury, Chinese rival BYD just surpassed Tesla in global revenue, topping $100 billion.
Things are looking on the bright for Tesla right now.
Hello children, welcome to Storytime in Africa. My name is Evelyn Achira, and I'll be sharing with you stories about our African continent, and I hope you will enjoy it. So let us travel all the way to Congo. In Congo, there was famine. There was no food at all. And the food that people used to eat were not there. They had no potatoes, they had no bananas, they had no maize, there were no vegetables. It was a dry land. Even the grass had dried. It was a total famine. So from there, from the village, one man from one family decided to move out of that country and go and look for the wealth of the family. So he left behind a mother with 2 children. This mother survived with nothing. There was totally nothing to feed. There was nothing to give unto her children. So they were so confused because the man traveled and left them behind. And in John's family also, they had nothing to eat. So they were just desperate and praying for food. So this mom decided to take his children to the river. She decided to kill the children and kill herself because that was the only solution that they had left with. So she went to the river and drowned the young girl. She asked them, I want to drown you. I want us to die because there is no hope for tomorrow. These people didn't know, they had no knowledge for God. So the mother decided to drown the young girl. So the young girl accepted and said, Mommy, that is the only solution for me. I'd rather die than suffer with this hunger. But the boy by the name Felix said, no, I don't want to die, I want to live. So the mother drowned the young girl and later she drowned herself. So Felix remained and just wondered what to do. Remember, the father had traveled far away to go and look for the other family. The mother had drowned herself and she has killed the young girl. So Felix started walking inside the desert, looking for and searching for food. So as he was walking by, he saw John on the other side, fetching water to take to his mommy. Then John asked him, Hey, young boy, what's your name? Then the young boy, Felix, answered, My name is Felix. What are you doing here? The young boy was in tears. we are so hungry. My mommy has killed herself and has killed my young sister, and my daddy traveled to a far country, so I'm all alone. I don't know what to do. Then, because John was so merciful, he offered to take Felix to their home. When he arrived at home, the father was so furious because he asked John, there is famine, we don't have food. Who is this visitor? And then John was like, Daddy, this son is my brother because he has a problem, he needs to be assisted. The mother has drowned herself and the young girl, and the father went far away to look for food. So he's so desperate and he said he doesn't want to die. So I've brought him here so that we can offer him something. Then the dad asked him, you know very well we don't have food. Where are we going to get an extra meal for him? Then John was so sad. So when it came to mealtime, they went to a room where it was totally dark. So father to John served him a meal, just a plate for John. And then Felix was not served a meal. So while they were eating, John was taking something from his plate and directing backwards where Felix was seated. Imagine the dad to John did not serve Felix. What a heart. But John shared whatever little he had to Felix. Because Felix was so humbled, he was so calm, he never complained. So one day, it's like father to John was so ashamed because of Felix's behavior, because he was so humbled. So one day he called Felix and told him, I can see you're a good boy. So I want you today to go to the field with John, and then when you come back, we are going to serve you a meal. Hey, Felix was so happy. So they went together with John. They took care of the kettle, and then when evening came, they brought back the kettle, and then Felix was served with food. Now they started treating Felix as one of their child. John was so happy because he was so merciful and he used to pray for his family. And then later on there was rain, and then there was now food. So Felix moved from his place and went to another country. And then later on, the father to Felix came back and he found that the family was not there, but he went to look for Felix and he traced him and he found him. So after 15 years, John became a pastor. So he was preaching and he was sent to some place somewhere to go and spread the gospel. So when he was preaching there, his teachings were good. People loved his teachings, but others hated his teachings because others never knew about God, and John was preaching about God. So those people who never knew about God, they hated John and they planned on how they can kill him and chase him from their country. So one day, there are some people who planned to go and to steal John's cows. So when they planned, John realized that his two of his cows were missing. So, and then when he went to the market, he identified the cows. And then he went to the chief and organized and called people to come and help him get back his cows. So when he went with the chief and other people, he found a crowd of thieves and they wanted to kill John. So they were like, kill this person, this is a foreigner, he's disturbing us, he's saying that these are his cows, and yet these are not his cows. We want to kill him, he needs to go back to his country. And then John looked straight to the thieves and he identified Felix. Felix, funny enough, he was the leader of the thieves. And then John asked him, are you Felix? Then Felix was, yes, I am Felix. How did you know me? How did you come to discover my name? Then John explained to him, do you remember that time when you came and explained to us that your mom had drowned herself and the young girl, and your daddy had gone to look for the wealth of the family? I took you to our place and we shared a meal with you. Do you remember? Then Felix said, wow, are you John? And then he commanded the other people not to kill John. He said, no, if you want to kill this man, kill me, because this man saved me, because I was to die, but he saved me. So Felix stood beside John, and these people were very furious. And then that is how John was shown mercy. So because John was merciful to Felix at that particular time, he was a friend indeed. Felix was a friend in need, and John stood him as a friend indeed. So he showed mercy to Felix, and in return, when these people were planning to kill John, Felix stood and assisted John, and he was not killed. The same measure that was given to Felix is the same measure that was given to John. What does that story tell us? It tells us that we as human beings, whatever measure, any kind of treatment you offer to someone is the same measurement that will be measured to you. So we need to be very, very careful. So from that day, Felix stopped stealing. What he did, he changed his life completely. He started confessing his sins. He started going house to house, confessing what he had stolen. In one house, he could say, I stole your blanket. Here are more blankets. Please, may I know my punishment? In another house, he could go, I stole your goats. Here are more goats. Please, may I know my punishment? He took a long time confessing and going from house to house, confessing his sins and requesting to be punished. Later on, Felix was converted and he knew God. He was baptized. He became a good man. It is teaching us that when you're merciful and you help God's people, one day, one time, you touch a soul. You touch a soul. So the moral of the story is, let us be merciful to others. Let us learn to help many people, because at the end of the day, God will reward us. Thank you for listening to my story. I'll come next time with more stories. Bye-bye.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
Good morning, sunshine. You're tuned in to Emmachev Radio, the station that's always got your back, your playlist, and your coffee break covered. Whether you're cruising down the highway or chilling at home, we're here to make your day brighter. Shout out to all our amazing listeners. You're the reason we keep the beats fresh and the vibes alive. Now buckle up, because we've got a joke coming your way that's longer than a Monday, but funnier than a Friday. Let's do this. So, there's this guy named Dave, right? Dave was known in his small town for two things: being the most forgetful person alive and having the most impressive garden anyone had ever seen. His tomatoes were the size of bowling balls. His sunflowers could double as umbrellas. And his roses smelled like heaven itself. One day, Dave's neighbor, Bob, knocks on his door and says, "Dave, your garden is incredible. How do you do it?" Dave, scratching his head, replies, "Well, Bob, it's simple. Every morning I wake up, go outside, and yell at my plants." Bob, confused, says, "You yell at them? How does that help?" Dave shrugs. "I don't know, but it works. I stand there and scream, 'You're growing too slow. You're not even trying. Why can't you be more like the tomatoes?'" Bob, now even more confused, decides to give it a try. He goes home, stands in his own garden, and starts yelling at his plants. "Grow faster! You're embarrassing me! Why can't you be more like Dave's plants?" A week goes by, and Bob's garden looks worse than ever. His plants are wilting, his flowers are drooping, and his tomatoes are the size of marbles. Frustrated, Bob storms over to Dave's house and says, "Dave, I did what you said. I yelled at my plants every day and now they're worse than before. What's your secret?" Dave looks at Bob, confused, and says, "Wait, you yelled at your plants?" "Oh no, Bob, I wasn't yelling at my plants. I was yelling at my neighbor's plants. I figured if I made them feel bad, they'd stop stealing my sunlight." And there you have it, folks. A joke so long, it might just outlast your commute. Thanks for sticking with us here on Emmachev Radio, where the laughs are endless and the music is always on point. Don't touch that dial, because we've got more tunes, more fun, and more stories coming your way. You're the heart of this station, and we couldn't do it without you. Keep listening, keep smiling, and remember, life's too short not to laugh at the little things. This is Emmachev Radio, signing off for now, but we'll be right back. In the fast-paced world of fuel retail, staying ahead of the curve is essential. Say goodbye to manual challenges and legacy system limitations. Rockeye Smart Station empowers you to overcome obstacles and embrace a new era of fuel station management. With Rockeye, you gain complete control of your operations, optimize workflows, and unlock new levels of productivity. Join the future of fuel retail and EV charging with Rockeye Smart Station. For more information, send an email to rockeye@emmachev.com.
They stock and sell you liberally, but you didn't fail again. So get back up off the floor and face what you were meant.
The biggest hits, non-stop, 24/7.
That was 700P3D with their track Menthol, featuring Admiral Bob. Earlier, we grooved to the rhythm of Kelly Mays's Hasta Abajo, a powerful reminder that we create our own reality. Speaking of realities, did you know there's a species of jellyfish that's biologically immortal? It can revert back to its polyp stage after becoming an adult, essentially starting its life cycle over. Pretty cool, huh? Up next, we have Proof with Big Yard.
Well, how do you know when I'm through? Baby, you here, I could stand on my own again. Don't believe what they say, 'cause drinking 90 proof is only proof I still ain't over you yet. I've been trying for months to keep from falling apart, picking up the pieces of a broken man's heart. Baby, it's true. Yeah, I'm through. Well, how do you know when I'm through? When you see I clean my cheek inside up of the street. Well, I don't care how long it takes, 'cause drinking 90 proof is only proof I still ain't over you yet. I've been hanging out with broken hearts just like me. They say that the time is all that I need to be free. Spending time on my knees, losing you, my big regret. Baby, I'm doing my best, but I can't seem to forget. Wanna prove to myself before they bury me. Maybe when I'm stronger, you'll come back to me. Maybe that I'm so weary soul is set free. Maybe when I see you around, without my whole world crumbling down, I'm flying all away, and I pray that I'm still yours. Baby, you're the cure. Baby, it's true. Yeah, I'm through. 'Cause drinking 90 proof is only proof I still ain't over you yet. Yeah, I'm through. 'Cause drinking 90 proof is only proof I still ain't over you yet. Yeah, I'm through. 'Cause drinking 90 proof is only proof I still ain't over you yet.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
The first breath is a grounding breath. Take a moment. Notice. The next breath is a grounding breath. Notice what feels supportive. The next breath is a sounding breath. Allow the voice to open. The next breath, inspiration. Exhaling, dispersing violations. Resonance, alchemizing transformations. Notice. What are the sensations of resonance? How far does that sensation reach? Notice.
You are listening to The Biggest Hits.
Never enough is what he said. Buying a top broke dog sheds. When we have the lux, our dog lives as mad. We stake our feet in top mark shoes. Our underwear sings the blues. What we wear is what we are. stay, we are pretty free. Hear the bells of dignity and see the looks of ancestry. The more you have, the less you are indeed. With your brains locked in a jar, you're a puppet in a dinky car. You think you win, but really you lose. The driest soul in a bucket of booze. They're the people that aren't fools. This planet ain't about this, but what still is. Now you sit down and relax, unlock yourself up to the max. Being what you are should be enough. Hear the bells of dignity, see the looks of ancestry. The more you have, the less you are. So take your brain out of the jar.
Lost in the castle, deep in the nighttime, in closest blackness, down in the darkness, how it devours. The ravens come for me. Lifting disguises in closest blackness, thunderstorm rages, wings of a tempest, castle in morning. Now I see it in the distance.